it may. Both fighters touch gloves, meet at the middle of the ring. Standing 5'10", Jonathan Hughes. 5'7", Mike Pope. Just a little scrappy bulldog, that Mike Pope.
Right now, Pope putting pressure up against the cage. He's also having a little baby boy coming along the way soon, a little mini Hulk. Trying to lock down on the head. Possible guillotine, no, head out.
A couple of knees delivered by Mike Pope. Don't seem to be having too much of effect. Jonathan with a full body slam.
He's on that neck. He might be finishing the choke. If he grips that up, and brings his elbow to his hip.
Mike Pope didn't quite have that guillotine.
No, he let go, He's on top, keeping top pressure, keeping his head against the cage. Should be trying to work. If he can get back to mount, work the strikes.
As he moves to the half guard.
He's got that underhook. He's got that left underhook. Possibly popping up to drive that knee across, trying to pass the guard. Keeping the pressure with the shoulder strike, shoulder pressure. Trying to get that knee out. Don't drive it either across for the cross knee or knee through.
Both fighters right here in front of us, so close we can almost come out and touch them.
John wants that underhook, but if Pope can keep the tight pressure, I don't think he's gonna get it. Using that windshield wiper to pass the knee across, passing the guard, now into side mount, side control.
Pope still in control of this fight. Jonathan trying to push him off.
One thing you don't do is try to outmuscle Mike Pope when you are grappling.
What is Mike going for here to try to end this fight?
I think right now he's just trying to gain position, work some strikes on top. I think he wants to work to the mount, get on top, and start to range strikes. If not, submit John Hughes. Hughes needs to, instead of hooking that outside leg, needs to try and shrimp, get some space, and maybe recover his guard, or at least try and get up.
Mike Pope just does not let people up off the mat.
No.
And now that he gets his leg back in there, he throws a couple of elbows. John Hughes wraps that right arm around Mike Pope's his neck.
Right now, he actually wants that underhook. So Mike has the left underhook. That's what Hughes wants to maybe come out the back and at least make space. Right now, he's definitely locked down in the half guard.
Couple of elbows from Mike Pope to the face. Those have to hurt a little.
Many a time on bottom has Mike worked those. Working some strikes to the body. Maybe working coming around to north-south is something Mike wants to do if he wants to progress the position. Hughes is doing a very good job at recovering guard, or at least stalling Mike from getting them out.
How many times has Mike Pope been in this exact position, either training or fighting here in the octagon?
I'm going to say hundreds of thousands.
Mike needs to try to come around with...
I think Mike needs to try and finish the fight. He showed that he's dominated this round. He needs to finish.
Couple of knees to the ribs from Mike Pope to John Hughes. And that's the end of round number 1. John Hughes just seems to be discouraged. Not that he's hurt, just discouraged right now. As you sit here and you watch, he just seems frustrated. You can't do anything with Mike Pope. You just can't. He's just so strong.
His strength, his technique's there. He's just definitely a completely different force than anybody else that I've ever trained with. Just his pressure on top is ridiculous. Like, until you've rolled with Mike Pope and had him on top of you, you can just laugh me off as much as you want.
Just getting tired right now, and I sit here and watch the corner try to explain to John Hughes, you got to twist out of those. And I don't think they understand what it's like when Mike Pope's laying on top of you. And I feel for John Hughes. It's not that he's a bad fighter, or else he wouldn't be in this position.
There's times I've been training, and I know what Mike's doing. I can see what he's doing. I try to, do the correct thing to counter that, and I can't stop it.
Mike King calls the fighters out. Both fighters standing in the middle of the ring here. Round number 2 of this title fight. Correction of this main event.
I think Mike has thrown more kicks in this round than he has in his last 7 or 8 fights.
John may have caught him with that left as Mike was trying to come in.
Great takedown from Mike Pope. John doing a good job trying to keep the space, but he needs to try and get back up to his feet, at least recover his guard instead of let Mike Pope pass.
Pope back again on the half guard on top. Oh. I'm not quite sure. Hughes just looked at us like, could we help him?
What Mike needs to do now is work to get his hooks in, and he's got his hooks. He's got time, pounding away. Arm under the neck. He's got time. Hughes needs to work out of the choke. Mike locking it up.
That chin is down in there. I'm not sure that Mike has got this. Let's see if he can keep that. Oh, he's bending him back.
He's got the choke.
He's getting ready to tap him out.
Tap.
He's tapped
That's
out.
it.
Mike Pope
is the winner. Great sportsmanship by Mike Pope. Great gamemanship.
Unreal that Mike Pope constantly continues to do that. What a great competitor.
Mike Pope officially 1-0 in professional MMA.
His first pro fight. Great job for Mike Pope.
That was a Kali guy, and I think he's drunk right now or something.
1-0 as a professional fighter, Mike Pope, as he makes his way out to the middle of the ring. We'll get the call here from Rebecca.
Jonathan Hughes not looking very happy with his victory. Again, another congratulations to Mr. Mike Pope. 1-0 pro debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner at 1 minute, 47 seconds into round 2, out of the blue corner, Mike Pope.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mike Pope here out of Vanguard Gym. Mike, you and I have stood up here before. This isn't our first time, but this is your first time as a professional. How do you feel?
Amazing. I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Vanguard Gym, CrossFit Masters. You guys make my day job amazing.
Now, Reed's over here doing the play-by-play with me and says that you can't take him ever during practice. Is that the case? Will we ever see a Mike Pope versus Reed Miller? One more time for Mike Pope, ladies and gentlemen. Great job.
I love you too, buddy. Love you too.